Talk about this via Skype is Dr. Tracy Fanara, a scientist with Moat Marine Laboratory and Aquarium. Good morning, Doc. Sarasota County reported the conditions are slightly improved. Is that from Gordon or not?
That's a really good question. We know that offshore winds were bringing the red tide bloom offshore, so a lot of those samples that we take are right from the coast. So we expected those concentrations to be lower cell counts. We expected lower respiratory irritation and dead fish to be reported at the beach because of those offshore winds. But we see from satellite images as of last week that the bloom was still present in offshore. In the past few days, satellite imagery has been really difficult to see the chlorophyll A. To kind of get a sense of if that bloom was dispersed or if it is still intact.
Okay, so the question is, can hurricanes help this, but also hurt this as well? Because it's not only the red tide, that green algae, are you then bringing more rain to wash more, of the issues into the water? Nutrients, yeah.
Yeah, you pretty much answered your own question. So the red tide cells are very fragile. They lyse easily. So with shear stress from storm force winds and turbulence from wind and waves, the cells can lyse and disperse. However, with that rain brings surface water nutrients, groundwater nutrients that can possibly fuel that bloom if the bloom is close enough to shore. Ideally, offshore winds brought that bloom far enough to shore to where they can't use that surface water nutrients. That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, is that really the perfect scenario with a storm like that? Also, Absolutely. Is this the time of the year where you get more of these red tide issues? Is this kind of like the season?
Yes, this is the typical season. Red tide blooms can happen any time of year, as we've seen that. But generally, late summer, early fall till winter. However, with climate change, it seems as though we're not really reaching that minimum temperature that we used to in the Gulf of Mexico. And that's my theory, along with the theory of possible hurricanes inducing these long-duration storms, as we saw in 2004, 5, and 6, and as we saw this year.
Yeah, all right. Tracy, thank you so much.